Shaig Mirzayev, General Director, Commercial Service. My speech comes at the end, and that's why I prepared a very large presentation, but I don't want to bore the participants. That's why I will try to be as brief as possible.
Transit corridor problems and the ways of optimization. Transit corridors, the problems and optimization. In all forums we attend on this topic, and even though we frequently discuss these topics, but we shouldn't be surprised that we conduct so many discussions about these topics because I don't think that transportation shipments and the customs clearance, imports and exports and other issues will be of surprise to you. But you all understand the significance of these topics, and I think that there is a very big competition that I would like to talk about from Black Sea to the Caspian Sea, Europe to Asia, from Asia to Europe. The most is a most interesting corridor for the transportation and shipment. There is a very good infrastructure, both motorway and the water transportation. Is capable of providing a good foundation for the transportation of the cargo. Their ports, their customs, border patrols, transportation companies, the unloading, loading terminals, logistical centers. Many other are involved in the transportation and the shipment. And it requires a lot of coordination activities among the different companies, and it makes it very important the usage of the services of the logistical company, cargo receiver or cargo transporters should obey the rules of different countries, and the involvement of the logistical companies are conducted based on the biddings. And the selection of the winner consists of several phases. And there are different requirements and specifications for the vendors. Expedition and in the transportation sector, there are artificially increased prices, and when there are several factors that cause the increase of the prices. For example, within the 30, 50, 60 or 90 days, the payment should be made upon the receival of the invoice. Sometimes it delays to years. As a result of the delays, there is a lack of the funds in the turnover, and the companies had to take the loans from the banks, which adds to the increase of the price. It requires the bank guarantee. Of course, if we use the bank guarantees, it will help us to decrease the prices. In order to optimize, what are the optimization of the prices? The only way is to improve the bidding system and to use open biddings. Also to contact the vendors if there are any complaints, if there are any problems, to contact the vendors and to try to fix the problems. And of course, this should be done officially. Both budget, the organizations funded from the budget and organization not funded from the budget should follow all the rules, and independent contractors need to be attracted to conduct their evaluation and the assessment of the biddings. And also, it is very important to adopt a unified rules in the countries where the transportation, the shipment goes through. And also, we need to check the criteria of the payment period, and we can also fight against the corruption. Another factor that may cause the problems is the turnover of the cargo. Both the expeditors and other involved persons. Professionalism is very important to solve these problems. From Iran, from time to time, the border crossing is closed, and it requires the adaptation to the realities, and also we need to adapt the transportation and shipment companies need to adapt to the climate and weather condition on the Caspian Sea and in the region, and it requires search for alternative transportation routes. As a result, we face with the artificial increase of the prices or losing the profit. There are also political factors. For example, Iran closes their border crossing frequently. As a result, which causes some problems to the transportation of the goods. In Alat and in ferry ports, we have overcrowding as a result of the closing of the border crossing by the Iran. But this seaports present does not have a good infrastructure, and that's why we face overcrowdings in the seaports. We need to work on development of the seaports and the coordination of the transportation should be well thought out, and the transportation should be banned from entering the city center during the morning. On the motorway from Georgia to Azerbaijan, we prepared the program on the optimization of the transportation, which will prevent overcrowding in the ferry in the seaports. This project will connect Georgia with Asian countries and will ensure continuous transportation of the cargo. And this is a first project of this type in the region, and it will enable us a continuous transportation of the cargo, and this is also a very unique project for the region. And you can refer to our website for more information. I've tried to finish by 1300. Thank you very much for your attention.